Yeah, I've had them fighting and both of them die. Uh, Sometimes they'll like lose their temper from something earlier during the day, and they'll do a power dive at one sitting, and that can kill both of them. But they don't care. They lose their tempers, and it's over.
It does seem like some of them wait their turn.
Yeah, they do. I gotta go on cat patrol.
Yeah, I just saw that cat.
Yeah, well, he's a good guy, but I have two that I just adopted, and he's used to coming in and out, so we're trying to.
So he's going because he saw a cat?
A cat just walked through here. Yeah.
He's on cat patrol. And a cat would try and grab one of them.
I think, just went in his house. Just wanted to come visit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he's used to coming in and out of the house, so now I have two new cats, and he's trying to figure out.
Oh, okay. The competition?
Yeah.
Size up the competition?
Well, they're leaving scent markers, so they know there's other ones here. They've been nose to nose a few times, but I like referees. So.
Do cats ever get a hummingbird or not?
The hummingbirds are too fast for the cats. And when they're angry, they go for the eyes.
Wow. Oh. I wish I had my glasses on.
I've had cats. I had a cat before these two that was like semi-feral.
Oh,
And he learned about the hummingbirds. He didn't hunt them, but he hunted mockingbirds, he hunted blue jays, he hunted the birds that nest with the hummingbirds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing
surreal,
is,
right?
you can tell people about it, but until they experience it, they won't know.
Yeah. Well, I've seen hummingbirds before, but this is amazing.
Yeah.
And this is a damn party every single night at the feeders.
Are these designed to be hand feeders or stick on windows?
Both.
Yeah.
And what is the point of the little bulb?
When you stick it on a window, it's like a warning that there's a hard stop behind.
Oh.
It gives them, it's a navigation aid. Kind of leads them to where the food is.
So it's not possible to sneak up behind it with your finger. They have eyes that can look backwards.
They have a sense of a very tiny bird in a big world, and they are very alert to things like disturbances in the air.
Oh.
And sometimes they'll just, all of a sudden, everyone takes off.
And do you know individual birds?
Yes. Yes.
You've been out here enough and paid enough attention to them.
Well, and they have small, subtle differences, each one, you know. It's like this, zebras don't have the same stripe pattern.
Yeah.
These guys are the same. And they don't ever work together. This is as close as they can get, and even this is unusual. It took me about 3 years of moving stuff around and trying different things to get this going. These feeders being very close together restricts the airspace. And they're hummingbirds, so they're still going to fight, but they don't fight at full speed.
Right.
Now the other feeders that are on the outskirts, those are for the ones that have the instinctive need to protect the food source.
Gotcha.
And they also do it to show off to the girls this time of year.
Oh, Lord.
Because the feed, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It is interesting. They'll take a sip, but then step back and watch, make sure it's okay, go back.
Mm-hmm.
You have some pictures of Michael with or some videos to send to the grandkids? His grandkids? Yeah.
What do they do when you go on vacation?
I don't.
Lucky for them.
Well, I have neighbors and friends in town who will step up, but it's pretty hard to get me away from this, you know. People call, hey, we're taking a tram ride, and I'm like, yeah. Hey, we're gonna go to the street for here. Have fun. We're going to the Robinson. Okay.
Okay.
I just asked myself, is it better than this?
I just love them. I just love them so much.
Yeah, they're fascinating creatures. They're so strange and so unique.
They're so unique.
When the Spanish first started sending back reports about the hummingbirds they found, the Inquisition got all upset because they decided the Inquisition decided a couple things very quickly. First off, because hummingbirds can hover and fly backwards, which other birds can't do, the Inquisition decided that was a sign of the devil.
Oh.
And then they found out that the Aztec, the Maya, the Toltec, the Olmec, all the nations down there revered the hummingbird. So, you know, okay, we got to stop the devil worship.
They're just taking turns, huh?
If they come from the front and above, he'll let them take a turn. But if they come from the side or below, he'll mess them up.
Interesting.
It's just amazing how windy you can feel it.
Yeah.
Down
They
there.
displace a huge amount of air because their wings generate lift on both strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't flap like back and forth or up and down. They're making a figure eight sculling motion.
Really?
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
And the wings are just like other birds, just a few feathers.
Well, they're jointed differently because to get the sculling motion, they need to change the angles,
Yeah.
and because of the speed they flap, normal birds on the upstroke, their feathers bend to let the wind go through,
Yeah.
and the hummingbirds don't. And their proportion of wing to body size is the biggest in the animal kingdom. They have bigger wings in proportion than condors and albatrosses.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you say they're hard to study.
Yeah.
So, how much of what you know about them is observational, and how much of it is you've read about them?
It's about the same. A lot of times when I observe something, I'll go looking
and you'll find
Yeah.
somebody who's
Yeah,
described it.
the ornithology department at University of Connecticut is doing some amazing stuff on hummingbirds because technology has gotten so that they can take their equipment into the field
Yeah.
to study them. And they have like the super slow motion cameras because half speed slow motion, you still won't be able to see their wings.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So UConn is a center of hummingbird study.
Yeah.
I know. Who knew?
Yeah, they're the ones who actually figured out the mechanics of how the hummingbird tongue works. It's a split tongue, and when it hits the surface of the nectar, it splits apart, and when they pull it back up, there are little pouches inside that grab the water, and when they retract it, it squeezes the water out,
Wow.
and it works like a pump.
So they're not sucking it through their beak like a straw.
No.
It's a lot more work than that. Just like everything. You know, just
Well, they have their throats open, so they don't have to swallow. They're literally pumping it down.
Amazing.
Are the fountains attracting them also, or is that just...
Yeah, they're important to have. Especially during migration, because they'll come off the desert and they're dusty. And queen birds fly faster. And they're also thirsty. Crossing the Mojave, they can lose 20% of their body weight because they try and do it in one jump.
Wow.
They go from like the Sierras to Big Bear in one hop.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is. But they also cross the Gulf of Mexico and they cross the Caribbean. And,
Yeah.
You know it's not the Gulf of Mexico.
I don't care what he says.
I know.
I mean, dude's on TV right now. I don't
I
care.
know,
And I have friends in Kyiv, Ukraine, who watch these videos from bomb shelters.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Wow.
And I am not pleased
Oh,
with
I
what
am-
they are doing
no,
to my
no,
friends.
I'm very
Oh,
well,
heartless.
so I would think the world.
Yeah, and
self-defeating.
it's stupid.
Stupid.
But my friends in Ukraine will not stop fighting. If it comes to it, they are ready to go to the streets in the shadows. It will never be safe to show your Russian face in Kyiv, or Donetsk, or Sevastopol, or Odessa.
Yeah.
The local Chabad here has been very good about bringing in refugees from Ukraine.
Yeah, I've got a buddy in Minneapolis that houses a Ukraine family.
How are you guys doing? That like just fell asleep.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
I'm not paying attention to my body. I'm paying attention to them.
Yeah.
Stand up and go down.
Sometimes people need to be reminded it's okay, you can breathe. One of my favorites is middle school kids. They're old enough that they can really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
The younger ones, they can sit still until a hummingbird comes, and then they tend to like lose their shit.
Yeah. And the junior high kids, that's a tough crowd right there. So if you can engage them,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so cool to see their wings like this.
yeah, it is. Okay, the one at your hand feeder right now, she's a special.
This one?
She's about 5 years old.
Okay, girl.
She's not a purple throat.
No, she's a black chick. Yeah. Amazing flyer. No matter how crowded it gets, the others make room for her. I usually don't like name them because it seems kind of arrogant.
Yeah.
But I call her Max after Max Immelman, the German ace.
And how do you tell the males from the females?
Markings. The males are always more colorful.
So is that a female or just a
Yeah, that's a female.
Did they look at you, or they just focused on this? Well,
I think they're looking and like acknowledging the presence of another creature, you know. They don't get a lot of help from the rest of the world.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. You ready to go eat some dinner? And they're gonna just disappear here.
Yeah.
They're already they're already
Yeah.
half the amount.
Uh-huh.
It's getting too late.
They've got to get back to a nest before dark.
Yes,
Stephen, thank you again.
they can't see it all at night.
They're just not at all
they don't-
intimidated by anybody.
As long as you're moving slow and smooth, they're like, okay, we don't mind.
Thanks again.
You're
Have
very
a
welcome.
great night, all right?
So you're taking pictures of all the time. You've got a YouTube channel. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. This was interesting.
It's my pleasure. I mean, when I see somebody having a hummingbird eat from their hand for the first time, it takes me back to the time it happened for me. And that's a really beautiful place to be. You're very welcome.
Have a good night.
Okay.